Well, hello guys, welcome back. One, I think I'm starting to believe in animism, or either Loki or Odin or somebody is playing with those cats. And two, you should really be proud of me. I overcame my social anxiety and I accepted an invitation to go to fireworks up at the DQ because the manager said, "Hey, I'm going to have something for all my workers. Why don't you come?" And she's always really nice and calling me sweetie and honey and everything. She calls everyone that, so it's not like she has a girl crush on me. And she will, even if she sees me when she's driving and I'm walking on the road, she stops and like says hi or something. So she's always really friendly. So I was like, okay, yeah, okay, I'll come. And my social anxiety kicked in. As I'm walking home, my social anxiety is like, "Hey, stupid. Why are you going up? You don't belong here," and blah 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 blah. Well, I fought that down. I fought that down. And Cliff Notes version, I decided I'd let my friend in on it, not invite her to a party I was invited to, but I would tell her because she was close enough she could just sit in her driveway and watch. And I walked up and my friend wasn't there, so I walked back home and I walked back up and I arrived like maybe 10 minutes till the party's supposed to start, the fireworks and everything. And nobody acknowledged me in the building. None of the people even looked at me. So I'm like, okay, maybe she didn't tell them she invited me. But nobody like opened a window and said, "Do you want something? Why are you up here so late?" And the manager comes out. I went and I sat in the front part of the building because I'm like, well, I don't want people driving through drive-through to see me because then they're going to be like, "Hey, how come you invited her and you didn't invite all your customers?" So she comes out and she had to have seen me. She's on the phone. But she went back in. She didn't even say anything. She didn't wave or anything or acknowledge me. And there was a worker sitting in his car singing to himself. He didn't acknowledge me. Two people pulled up. I don't know if they were customers or workers, but they didn't acknowledge me. And I thought, well, either she forgot, she invited me and hoped I didn't mean it when I accepted, or I don't know. So I know my social anxiety was going at overtime, and a panic attack was trying to decide whether or not it wanted to show up. And I was reading the energy, and it felt like the one guy was already really drunk. And I thought, that's not good if they're drunk before the beer. I don't know what she was planning, is broken out. It could have just been like one firework. I don't know. And I thought, well, she said after 9, she could have meant 10, 11, midnight, I don't know. But I figured something's wrong, I'm walking home. So I walked home, and I'm glad I walked home because it felt wrong. It felt like something was going to go wrong. And I did my pendulum work, and the pendulum went crazy. The pendulum was like, "You were so lucky you got out of there." Now, it could have been something I will never know about, guys. I could have fell off the damn cliff out here and fell and broke my neck. I could have got hit by a car. Somebody could have hit me with a car pulling in or pulling out of the parking lot. I don't know, but it felt like I left at a really timely time. And if I ever see her again and she's really nice, I'm going to say, "Hey, I was sitting there and you didn't even talk to me. Nobody talked to me while I was, waiting. So I don't know." And it wasn't like I'm invisible. I'm not a small person, so it's rather hard to miss me. And I was like, okay, I'm being ignored on purpose. I don't know why, but I'm being ignored on purpose. So it's like, you know what? Okay. And as I was walking home, nobody said, "Hey, wait, where are you going?" It's like starting in 10 minutes or something. So I was like, okay, if you don't actually want me here, I don't know why the hell you invited me. So I walked home. And I was sitting here not feeling great because it was like, was she gaslighting me? Did I imagine she invited me up and this conversation never happened? Like a million things that go through your head. And I'm sitting here in the dark just doing Pinterest. Not dark, dark, you know what I mean. And Oski goes off out of nowhere. And I hadn't done anything when I came in or anything, and I've been sitting here for like a half hour, and Oski went off, and he always seems to go off when I'm having like real dark negative thoughts. So that's why I said I think I'm starting to believe in animism. Then they were all going off, and it was surreal, and nothing happened. I didn't like do anything on the computer. There wasn't like a flashlight from the computer or something, but he always goes off. If I'm about to have a panic attack, or I'm dealing with like anxiety, that cat goes off. I swear to the gods. It's like the damnedest thing, the black and white one. And Princess started going off, and Mr. Tittle started going off too. So that actually calmed me down, snapped me out of it. But it was the damnedest thing that he went off when he did. And I don't know, guys. If you've been with the channel for a while, you do know I have social anxiety, I have depression, and I do get panic attacks. It might have just been that. I might have came home because I had a panic attack. It's entirely possible. But it just seemed weird that I was sitting there and she didn't acknowledge me, and nobody even, like, they knew I was there. Nobody even, like, opened a window and said, "What the hell are you doing here so late?" So it was weird. And I'm glad I left. I think I actually finally heard their fireworks going off. I was like, you know what? She didn't acknowledge me. Nobody working there acknowledged me. Either she didn't tell them or she changed her mind and hoped I'd go away, or I don't know. I don't think she did it to make fun of me, because it did occur to me. I was like, is she making fun of me? You know, is she like, am I like a joke up there or something? But I was like, because they get your food order wrong so often, you have to start to wonder if they actually do it intentionally. But I was like, well, you know what? Fine. I don't know why she's always so friendly, and then this happened tonight, but I was like, well, maybe it was the gods protecting me. And I had a weird thing happen. I don't know if I told you this version, but I walked up to try to tell my friend about it. And this guy is driving by, and he's coming around the corner screaming, "No!" as he's driving. So it was before he saw me. He's screaming, "No!" And I'm like, okay. Either one of the gods caught it, well, no one else saw it, but I could have fallen off this damn cliff. I could have got hit by a car. A fight could have broke out, and you know me, I would get in the middle. So I don't know what happened, but I don't know. Obviously, that's one good way to save money and drive your customers away. Well, they saved me money and they drove their customers away, because I'm like, this is weird. It's very hard to accept invitations if you're a normie. It's very hard to accept invitations when you have social anxiety. So if you have a friend that has social anxiety and they're brave enough to accept a invitation, you should be nice enough to make sure they're comfortable. We appreciate knowing how many people are going to show up beforehand. Do not think you will help us get over it by inviting 40 people and only telling us 2 or 3 are going to show up. We will just have a straight out panic attack, and you will never see us again, because we're not going to be talking to you, because we're going to be in Bellevue wearing a nice little jacket. So it was, I don't know if she knows I have social anxiety or not. It's not like I tell everyone I know. But it was, I haven't even told any of my friends, but it was like, I didn't appreciate it. I don't know if she saw me and just, for normal people, they're used to being ignored by each other, but I was like, okay, something's wrong, I'm going home. And if she would ever say anything to me, I'd say, well, I was up there, you came out, and you didn't say anything to me. So I figured you changed your mind, didn't want me there, so I left. It was not the greatest thing to happen to me ever, but I will live. And I don't know if I told you this time, I tried doing this already. I did pendulum work, and the pendulum went nuts. And Loki was like, I'm very glad you came home. I don't know what would have happened, but something was wrong. He says, I always told you to trust your instincts. And he said, I don't care if it was a panic attack. I don't care if it was your social anxiety. You felt something was wrong, and you felt something bad was going to happen. And it didn't feel like panic attack bad, because that just freezes me into place, and it didn't feel like social anxiety bad, where you're just thinking of all the horrible things people were going to say to you. This felt like accident bad, like premonition bad. He said, you got that feeling, and I've always told you, listen to your damn feelings, so I'm happy you left. I don't know, guys. I do know we're supposed to get severe thunderstorms tonight, but they keep predicting them, and thankfully they haven't come. You know what I mean. I love Thor, but you know what I mean. And maybe I was reading the energy before the storm. I don't know, but it just felt wrong. And Loki will always tell me, don't second guess yourself just because you have anxiety and depression. You get panic attacks, don't second guess your abilities. So Loki's actually happy I came home, and I'm going to have a party with the kitties, so it's actually good. And it could have just been my social anxiety, guys. It could have been a panic attack, and the panic attack made me think something was going to happen, bad, but usually panic attacks are different. My panic attacks freeze me in place, and I don't really. Sometimes I can vaguely feel them coming, but this was more like I was struggling with the social anxiety. That's true, but this was something other than that. This was a warning, so take that for what you will. So if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm so sorry, guys. I really am. I was like thinking, should I take the camera? Should I film fireworks for you guys? I feel bad for you. I really do. It was embarrassing, humiliating, yeah, but I survived and I didn't fall off the goddamn hill, which I'm thankful for. I didn't get hit by a car, so that's good. So if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.